Hello, welcome back to the final part of the Two-Face mini-series. In this episode we'll be doing the metals. So I'm going to work on the handgun here and the coin. And later on we'll be doing the feet as well, and we'll probably have to tidy up around the base. And that'll be it then. So for the metals, what I've done, I've base coated there with Vallejo's dark grey, same with the shoes, and the next stage of it is burnt iron. It's a Vallejo metal colour. It's quite a nice one. It's a bit darker than your the likes of steel and chrome. It's really good for a base coat, I find. So what I'll do, I'll throw it on there because I like my metals, especially your weapons. I like them quite dark because you hardly ever see any really shiny weapons, especially with say automatic rifles or something like that. They're almost matte black, so I don't want to go over the top with it. With the coin maybe we'll go a bit different with a nice shiny, what was it, a silver dollar I think he's got in it. So that's the iron on. What I'm going to do, I'm going to transfer to a larger figure. In this case it's going to be the Gatling Brute for Harley Quinn, so you can see the process a little bit better. So back to the burnt iron, I'll just do the gun barrel. It's the same thing. I think it was a dark grey and maybe a black wash to get to this stage before throwing on the iron. Same with this one, I don't really want a new shiny weapon, so I'm going to go quite dark on this as well. The next stage will be a dry brush of Vallejo steel. Okay, so I'll let that dry and we'll come back. Okay, so I'm ready to go with a dry brush of Vallejo metal steel. I'm just getting the excess off my brush now, so you can still see there's quite a bit on there. I'm just working it across each barrel. So it's starting to pick out the detail now. It all depends on what kind of finish that you want. If you want to add a bit of chrome to this, just to give it an extra little kick in the highlights. Obviously I wouldn't go as heavy as I'm going on here with the chrome because I don't want it all chrome. Let's get a couple of the bullets and pick them out. We'll go over the belt later on when I come to paint this one. I'm planning on doing a skin tutorial for this one. Okay, so we'll leave it there and we'll get a highlight on that later. Okay, so I've done exactly the same with the weapon here. I've highlighted it with the steel, and what I've got now is the wash. It's like a black wash from Vallejo, and I've got loads on my brush, plenty there. I'll just run it over, let it pool. Try not to get any on your suit. And this wash, it's about 50% wash, 50% water, because there's quite a lot of pigment in it. I'll do exactly the same so you can see on this model here. I'm just loading up my brush. There's loads of wash on there. The thinking behind this is that we don't want a shiny weapon. We want it quite matte and dark. Sorry if I'm moving this about quite a bit, but I want to get the wash everywhere. Okay, so I'll leave that to dry and see what it looks like. Just a quick word on the colours that I've used for this stage. That's the wash. They do quite a nice range of different colour washes, but I seem to stick to this one and the grey one. I haven't really tried out the other ones yet, but I'm starting to really like them. But just remember, there's a lot of pigment in these and they need watering down. The base coat was the burnt iron. Again, these are really nice colours. I've got the chrome and steel in this one as well. But thing to remember about these is they're quite runny, but they're really nice. And I used these versions for the dry brushing simply because they were more viscous. And they adhere to the raised surfaces better than the actual watered down metal colour versions. I didn't use chrome this time because it was such a small area on the pistol, and I don't think I'll really need it. It's starting to dry out a bit now. You can see it's got a nice sheen to it, which I like. You know, it's not all black and it's not all metal. I think it's quite a nice effect and I quite like it. But if you're working on larger weapons, I'd tend to go with some of the chrome over the top. Just I really like dry brush, just to pick out the details a little bit further before you put the wash on. So here's a quick look at the metals now that it's almost dry. There's still a bit to dry yet. This will give you a rough idea what it looks like on larger weapons. As I say, it's I think it looks pretty realistic when you see large weapons up close. They're not like a matte black. There's like a little metal sheen to it. Yeah, hopefully you like it too. Cheers. So I'm going to use exactly the same wash. It's the 50-50 wash and water for the shoes, and I'm just going to slap it on. Because we've already got the the dark grey there, just going in with a black wash on top of it will give a nice effect. Just don't get any on the suit because it'll be a bugger to get off. almost there. Just to finish off, I'll get some Chaos Black sorted out now for the base. Okay, so we're just going to tidy up the black part of the base. As you can see, the light brown has gone over into the black area here, so just tidy that up because I'm fussy like that. Doesn't matter what black you use, you don't even have to use black. I know a lot of people use different colour edges to their bases to split the crews up, but as I say, you know by now, I'm fussy. I like black. I think it frames the model nicely. I'll go all the way around. It may need a couple of coats for it to look decent. Try not to get any on the brown that you've done already. Yeah, I can see now that this might need another coat, but I'm not going to bore you with that. I'll do it off camera. So that's the base done. So here we are, here's the finished article. The gun is looking quite nice now. I really like you know, simple techniques that look good, which is the whole point of these videos really. I don't profess to be a brilliant painter, but I like things that work and look good, and you know that is pretty good for, you know, above tabletop or tabletop standard. There's not that much work to it. Hopefully you enjoyed it really. If you did, like and subscribe. If you want to share it, that'll be really good too. Get involved in the comments if there's anything you didn't understand, you know, give us a shout and I'll help you out. Also, if you got any requests to do something else, you know, anything you need help with, give us a shout and we'll do a tutorial for it. I think the next one is gonna be either skin, or hopefully it might be the Riddler skin of the Batmobile. That'll be coming up next. But yeah, we'll sort out a skin tutorial as well, how I do that, using the Harley Quinn Brute that you saw earlier. Yeah, so that's it for now. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.